Okay, as you can see, I think by now all of you know the data leads and the nominee people, like how many of us are involved into the data management. So I just bring here like the whole idea of how many people we are, and it's really important. The reason I'm showing this is like really important that we know how to communicate within our group if something wrongs with the data, if we need some stuff. So for the whole hub project, the admin of the WAHUDA is me. So if you have like some issues related to the WAHUDA, you can refer to me to see how we can change, fix it. And the filler, the data storage, is Maria and John. They can deal with it. For example, I remember 2 weeks ago, there were some issues with loading the filler platform and uploading data. So this is where you have to go to them. And if there are like technical issues, yeah, I have to contact someone else because we are dealing with another server. So this is like mostly the idea of like who you can contact when they're like, you need question regarding specific data from one country or issues of the platform or anything. So I think I noticed most people kind of confused filler with WAHUDA, because I received emails that they thought that this tutorial and the workshop is planned and the task that they were asked is kind of the same. But I'm just going to show again a little bit the difference between these two. Filler is just a data storage, and it's for archiving all the data and their metadata. There is no visualization. It's kind of like a Google Drive or Dropbox. You just save your data, and it's usually your final data that you're going to archive it somewhere. But the WAHUDA platform is something different. WAHUDA platform is used for geospatial data that used for visualization, communication, sharing, reusing, and like kind of improving what you're going to do in the hub platform. Like, for example, you have different several like flood models. For this part, you're not going to share it in Filler. You will easily share it in the platform and then upload it. Like you have different models and you want to know the difference, compare these flood models, share it with other hub people. WAHUDA is where you have to upload your flood models.
Right, can I just jump in on that last slide and say that the feeler it's primarily primary data. Okay, so where you've collected data using hub resources, i.e. UKRI funded, we have an obligation to archive that the useful data that arrives from that. So it should be things, you can use it for other things as well if you want, but essentially we have to store all the primary data on that. Okay, so that's where we're looking to collate those data sets. So secondary data, like, I don't know, satellite imagery or data that you've got from local government, those kinds of things which the hub hasn't paid for essentially, then you can upload those if you want and make it clear what they are, but it doesn't have to be uploaded. It's the primary data we're looking to collect in Feeler. Thank you.
Yeah. So I mean, this is what it came to my mind for the data lead responsibility. So it's like a communication within your own group. Like I know most groups, they have like minimum 6 to 8 people. So like how you can like divide what they can do, and if that data is missing, if there's something with the data, this is how you like have to manage it and group communicate with all the group of your own, and also researching in your country. For example, people in India, the data leads are like kind of responsible for all the data coming from India, from any of the institute coming. You need to understand the policies related to the data in your country. Like if there is restriction regarding your data, ethics and everything, this is part of your responsibility, not our responsibility. And we have a ethic hub committee. So if you have like question regarding ethics, restriction of data and some other things, you can refer to them and ask them and fix it before uploading your data. because the data coming to the platform should be clear from all of this. And another thing that data leads have to make sure that all the data will be uploaded and updated into the platform on time. So if there is like a deadline for some specific data that needs to be uploaded, it's the data lead's responsibility to be sure that this data will go to the platform or to the filler on time. So I asked everyone to update the data lead users in the platform. That was the first task I asked. So why is it important, this one? Because when someone wants to contact you, like other user or maybe public users, they know who to contact. And this is why we added in the description all the people responsible. For example, for the data leader in UK is John, me, Maria, Anna, and Annie. So I wrote all the names there. So if they needed to contact any of us, they will contact us. So it is important. I also added the logo as like 3 of the university logo as an image. This will help to have a better cleanup platform, because we don't want to have like a really messy platform. It's so hard to find the data, to communicate with the people. So it is important that you upload and update your profile like this. I've seen that Malaysia did like a really good job. So they had a logo, they even wrote who to contact when there is any question regarding any data that they are uploading. Another important things that we need to deal, because we're gonna have so many countries, so many data uploading into the platform, we need kind of group and categories to kind of find the data easier in the platform. These are coming from the previous discussion related to the primary data. And I choose this, all of it, and I added that to the platform under the group. If you can see in the photo here, I will show you later in the platform where you look for them. And every time you upload the data, you need to add this, that this data is belong to which type of this group. I made this wastewater and water management red. I haven't updated it because from my point of view, wastewater is kind of connected to water quality, and water management is really like one part of water quantity analysis. So here I'm asking all of like people, because like we have to discuss what, do you think you might have any data that are not within these groups or categories, like, I don't know, coming from another thing, because we need to add those to the platform. So if any of you would think, I mean, because this is not a presentation, it's kind of like a discussion. So if you think any of the countries that they have like some other data that is not within this group that we have added.
This comes from the work Giacomo did, right? Right, Roy, yeah?
Yeah, yeah.
Can I just jump in, just with a quick comment, that we are trying to be as consistent as possible between the file store, the filler, and the WAHUDA platform. And we think that by using the same categorization, it might be much easier to search for data, etc. In the next year, for example. So that's why we ask you now in the beginning to make sure that, you know, we have some broad categories that cover everything that we are planning to collect during the hub.
Can I ask what is spatial physico? What falls into that category?
Yes, that was the naming that Giacomo came up. We can change the naming, but I think, as I remember, it was about collecting soil data, geological data, etc. And I can share the explanation for each category if you want.
Okay.
I will do that on the chat.
Would it be possible to, under each category, give some examples so people know where to put their different data types?
Yes, I will share the description for each category.
Yeah, and I think I will also add it later into the group, because I add you to the WAHUDA platform, because I think this one is in the data management. I'm not sure if everyone, yeah. Okay. So we are kind of fixed with this data group. But anyway, if you come up with a group that is not within this, you can write us and we can add it and we can discuss. And I don't know, I mean, if you still think that the wastewater and water management needs to be separated, then from water quality and water quantity, I can also add this to in the platform. But from my point of view, wastewater is kind of the data are related to water quality.
I guess there could be examples where, you know, data water management or something might be something different. And so if that's the categories that people have come up with, I'm happy that we use those. If we see that in 2 years' time nobody's put anything under one of the categories, then perhaps we can revisit it. But
I also asked the research committee to give us feedback on that, and because of that, I added the socio-cultural category. So yes, we want feedback from everyone.
Okay. So we move on to the next one. So as you see the data, like I mentioned, we have two types of users in the platform, super user and normal user, and also admin, which it's me, but the super user can deal with some more tasks than the normal user. For example, if a layer is needs approval, they can approve it, or if it's not published, they can publish it, and some other things. So what they can do in the WAHUDA platform is help other users to upload layers. They need to check the validation of the layers. For example, they go through all the metadata information, if it's within the right group, if the metadata updated properly, if the layer needs to be approved, because automatically when someone uploading a layer, it won't be approved. It will be published, but won't be approved. So the data leads need to approve it if they think everything is okay with the data, with the layer. And then cleaning up the layers in your group. For example, we have like the group category. I separated India, Malaysia, Ethiopia, and Colombia. So you just need to select India and go look. And if they are like repeated layer, for example, some borderlines or like river, and there are 2-3 of them, the same layers, it's better to clean up. I can show now in the platform. I think you already all have a look. So I will here. Can you see the platform now? Yeah, okay. So yeah, we have 57 layers found here uploaded, but not all of them can be used. For example, what you can do, you can go select your group, for example, or if, for example, by now we have all this group that they have data in it, water quality India, special physical Colombia, or you go to the group category. For example, I'm a data lead from India. I want to see all the data that are in India. I say not connected. Oh, okay. Oh, no, I shouldn't select this. Yeah, so we select the India. You see, it will become blue. And then I will check, for example, all the data that I uploaded under the India categories to see if they are like okay or not. I'm a data lead from India. For example, this one, this data doesn't show exactly, like it doesn't have a preview. So I will click on it here, go to editing tools, and then set. Then I will go back again. Yeah, you see, now we have a preview for the data. So like this, if you need to, for example, update the metadata, again, you click, and then you go to the editing tools, and you see all the data that they are available, and read the metadata. If you think there is a restriction with the data or something, you can update it. I also recommended that I didn't write it before, but now I'm like, when you are uploading a data, because we are like 6-8 people in each data lead groups, that we write the name of ourselves in the abstract that we have updated. Yeah, okay. I will go to the presentation again. Another thing I asked for the user to update their profile if it was their email. This is the reason I'm showing you. I want you to know, I mean, for now, we have a little bit issues with the email forwarding, and then I'm still yelling how we can fix it. But the moment we fix it, we need to find out when someone updating a map or a layer or uploading, you will keep receiving all these emails. That's why I ask everyone not to use their personal emails. Like, create a Gmail or Yahoo or anything. So this data lead account will be linked to that one. So every time something is updated or something is happened, you receive the email related to that one, to the data lead emails. So this is where I mentioned, for example, when you upload, another task for the data lead is that they have to, like, they need to update the owner if there is something wrong with the layer that is uploading. For example, the layer shouldn't be uploaded, it was restricted. You need to remove it, or the metadata is not right. So you have to contact the person who is updating it. For example, here I mentioned, for example, Maria updated the OSM data under the data lead UK. And if there is something wrong, I will go and check it, and I will ask Maria to update her layer. And if the layer was restricted, they had ethic issues or something, then I won't need to update it. I will just go and directly delete it and ask them to fix it before uploading. So all these cleanup layers, if there is repetitive layers, or the layers that they have no information or restricted policies, these are the ones that we have to delete them from the platform to keep the platform also clean and more easier to look for the data. So this was also another thing. I was hoping to get so many type of data format when uploading data layers into the platform. Till now, we had shapefile, GeoJSON, CSV, and GeoTIFF uploaded to the layer, to the platform. But I'm wondering if any of you had tried any other formats of data and you received any errors, or it wasn't working, or something like, because I want to know what are the most common data format that for your geospatial that you're working and you needed to upload it to the platform. And if you get any issues or something from anyone.
There is a comment from Wegahu.
Okay.
Please, Wegahu, speak up to hear you.
Hello everyone. Hi, Maria.
Hello, hello.
Yeah, she mentioned a list of common file formats, but NetCDF is currently there are many data sets related to NetCDF. Therefore, the platform can handle NetCDF files similar to others.
I'm not sure. NetCDF is a little bit complicated, but I will have a look and search if it's possible to load it. But I don't think so that the Geo server currently, this platform can handle NetCDF. But I will have a look, and if it's possible, I will let you know.
Roya, I want to also ask whether geodatabase can be uploaded, because it's easier for us to collate everything, make all the metadata, projection, everything. So it's easier for us to combine, both raster, vector, everything in a geodatabase, like the ArcGIS geodatabase.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this ArcGIS geodatabase, I remember you gave this to me, and I had really difficulty to transfer it back to shapefiles, because I don't have we don't have ArcMap anymore in the university. So I have to use the ArcPro, and I think ArcPro doesn't really support this geodatabase anymore. I'm not sure why. So, I mean, yes, there are some common formats that are easier when you're working with, but when it comes to using it, especially in the web platform, I'm not sure if this is going to happen. I mean, I've never heard of geodatabase can be easily uploaded into any web platforms. But I will have a look, but I don't think so.
But it will be good for us to have a set of instructions from you. What is that this GeoServer, all the data which is possible to be uploaded, all kinds of formats which it takes, rather than we asking what format we can supply. If you give us a list of data formats, what your web server can take it, that would be a good indication for us to convert data in those, or use the data of those kinds.
Yeah, in the platform, it didn't mention so much, saying different type of shapefile, different type of raster. CSV doesn't get the X. Even CSV should be a format that has a latitude, longitude. I think I remember you were trying to upload the TopoJSON and others. It doesn't work and doesn't recognize JSON as a geospatial, but it does recognize GeoJSON. But the format needs to be the GeoJSON exactly. But these are the one that I figured out that is possible to be added to the platform. KML too. You can also upload KML files to the platform.
The only issue with these things are, if you have a time series data, like if I upload a shape which is not going to change with time, and our model data is in the time series, we would be uploading the CSV or whatever way, the text files or whatever it is. So, when you look at the create map or visualization thing, we don't know how to join the spatial information with the temporal information which we uploaded as the shapefile and CSV.
Yeah, I know that. I mean, this is something I'm planning to work on. This platform is a data management platform, and it's kind of like a ready one. So it's not possible to change so many of things in it, but I will have like a customized platform that I'm planning to work on this, like for example, water quality data series that coming within the CSV, and we have also shapefile to see how we can present and visualize this type of data separately. But currently this platform doesn't support those data. It's gonna go through the next step when we're gonna look more deeply into each research, for example, looking at the time series data visualization, analysis, and all other things that come after when we have all the data here. Okay, there was another thing I asked everyone, because currently GeoServer, I'm showing here, is supporting WGS 84, 4326, and some other still WGS 84 coordinate reference system. I noticed, for example, in India, Malaysia, because I took their data and work in QGIS, they're using different coordinate reference systems. So I want to know what they are, and then we try to add them to the GeoServer in the case, because I know it's a little bit confusing every time you have to transfer your data into the WGS 84. So I don't know if anyone from any countries, they know all this coordinate reference system that they're using, so I can update it here.
In the current hub in India for the IIT, we are using the UTM 43.
43.
Yeah. North.
I mean the zone 43.
UTM, zone 43N.
N. Okay. This is the only one, because I think there was another one I saw.
Yeah, the one which I sent was Albers. Albers equal area, because it was a bigger area which we delineated. So we wanted to cover large area. So UTM doesn't work if it is, cutting across multiple zones. So that's the reason why that one which I sent to you was in Albers, equal area projection. But we will upload in the WGS84 for the purpose of for the visualization.
From other countries, do they know which projection they use? Okay, you can email me later if you are not sure, and then I can.
Sorry, I was having problems with my microphone. In the case of Colombia, I don't remember the UTM zone right now. I will send it to you. But we use both WGS84 in our case, but mainly we use like a sort of particular georeference system that is called Magna Signa. I don't know if you have heard about it. I will send you the whole name.
Okay, because I didn't understand.
Yeah, this is a particular georeference system that is using here. So for producing official maps for Colombia, we have to put the data in that system. That is not the normal one.
Roya, check the chat. There are few. They are written already.
Yeah, but it's so complicated when I'm sharing to check the chat.
Okay. So Ethiopian UTM zone 37N. Okay,
UTM 37N.
And there is another one, 43N. We said that. Okay. Yeah, these two.
Wait. UTM 37. Okay. Just please update me with this coordinate reference system that you're using, because we will need some more time to deal with it and add it to the platform. So that would be great if you can inform us. And about the map. After we upload the layers, updated the metadata and styles and everything, we can create maps from all these different type of layers we had. So here I'm presenting like 2 examples that I think is important like to present. For example, because I did like this India one very much, is using so many layers and it's presenting the like the styles and everything is like was work. I think Sandaya work on it. So about the map title, I wasn't sure what we can call it, but if, for example, it's like a generated data from each of your research activity IDs or something, I think it's good we follow the same way of the dataset title we were planning for the filler data storage. So it will starting with the research activity ID. If it's water quality, water quantity, I'm not sure if this table Q means water quantity, hydrology, and Yamuna. This is a really good one, how we can name a map. Or, for example, I now updated the map from Ethiopia. I think her data is kind of covering the whole Ethiopia, so it's not like related to one of the research activity ID or something. So in this case, I think it should be fine to just call the map whatever we think is like more relevant. For example, here she called it industrial parks in Ethiopia. So in the case if someone wants to look for data, when we have a specific like a name for the data, for the map title, they can easily search, for example, show me all the maps that is related to research activity ID India 1, and then they can see it. Or they can go and look, for example, if any maps available for the Ethiopia group or something like that. And the last, I think one of this, last one is the documents. Apart from the maps and layers that the platform handles, the platform can also let you to upload the documents. This is something I think like, I ask you to come so we can discuss what type of documents you have and you think is important to be shared within the hub project people. This document is also like layers and maps, so it doesn't need to go public. If you don't make it approve or publish, it's just going to be within the users, like just the users of the hub project can see this document till it's okay and ready for the publishing and approval. So we have an issue with this platform. We didn't get enough storage. So for the video, I'm a little bit concerned. I uploaded the video from the tutorial into the platform, but I made the size very small, like 100 megabyte. So this is why I want to ask, like, what type of document do you think it's needed sometimes to be uploaded to the platform? So we can talk and discuss about it here, and we can arrange some kind of structure, because we don't want to make it like layers and the maps to be really messy or busy. It should follow some structure. Any suggestion?
I feel the documents and the other material, whatever, whether it's a video or anything, since it's a visualization platform which is having a map create, and then if I go and click on any one of them, then the document or the video should open. Only then I think there is a usefulness of any documents getting loaded, because we are already uploading some of this data on Filer. So that's a confusion. I think at least we have that confusion, because is it a parallel system that, even if I don't see it in the Filer, I need to upload it on the platform? Because unless I relate it to the map I'm showing, any of these documents or videos or the CSVs or the time series visualization, I'm not sure, what's the utility of this.
I mean, the documents you can, in this platform, you can kind of link it to the, you cannot link something from the layers to any document, but in a document, you can link it that, for example, this document is related to this group of layers. That's why it can be used, for example, I don't know, if you have like a, I don't know, research paper publication, or like a research explanation proposal or something. So, okay, this is our research and is related to all these layers and maps. The document can be used for something like this. For example, if you have new models, for example, we use flood models of this one, and then you want the user knows what this flood model is. So it's like a PDF file. So you upload the PDF file in a document, as a document, and then you link all the layers related to this flood model that you made.
I see on the chat here some nice ideas. For example, about plans and policies of the areas for the case study area. That can be a document that can be added, for example.
For the plans and policies, okay.
Definitely publication can be also another document, as you said. Then it can be linked directly to the maps or layers. Another comment here is about a YouTube link for the video, so there's going to be no storage issues.
Yeah.
Instead of me reading your chats, you can say yourselves, just to remind you guys.
Yeah, I mean, I think I found how to read the chat, so it's okay. Okay. Yeah, I think that was all. And yes, so I'm gonna be gone for 5 months. This is why I was like a little bit pushing you all to do this and finish this, because yeah, from May I won't be here for 5 months. And if you have any issues, these two people, Maria and John, are those that you can contact. But because they're also so busy with other things, so we don't want to bother them much. So I mentioned why you can contact them. For example, you know what happened to Filler, for example, suddenly it wasn't working. So if the platform doesn't work, for example, you try to log into the website and you cannot, like the website is not loading. So that's where we know there is something wrong with our host. So we have to contact them. So you can write John, and John will ask David to try to fix it with our VPN host, the server host. Or for example, you think the username you have is not enough, you cannot, like you need another username to deal with your data. So you can register for a username, but your username won't be activated right away. So you need to contact the admin to make it activated. That's why, I mean, you can ask Maria, I showed her before, it's just a click. And yeah, you need to update your username and then ask yeah, Maria to activate it. And for example, if you need a new group, I mentioned all the group earlier, water quality, water quantity, I added all these groups. But in the case, if you think that your data is not within the range of all this group and you need a new group, again, you can contact Maria and ask her to add this group for your specific data.
Roya, about that, can I just say a small comment about that? I was thinking to add on Basecamp, on WAHUDA Basecamp message board, to add the message there and add the explanation and the description of the groups, so everybody can see and they can, you know, discuss there if they want to add anything or we want to change anything.
Yeah, we can. Yeah, we can do that too before. But in the case, because always I've noticed a lot of things, like every time we're adding a new data, we notice, oh, we missed this one, or we missed this. So it might always happen that something new come up. So if you need it, something like that, you can contact them. But if you have any question regarding ethics, restriction, and other, please contact the ethical committee group. Yeah, I think it's finished. So if anyone has any question, I wanted to show you something else, like how data leaders can, I need to go to the platform, how data leaders can deal with the data when they are uploading the data. For example, when they log in, they can go to the layers here. And for example, they want to see, for example, how many layers is updated within their own group categories, because I added separately each countries. For example, I select Malaysia. Yeah, I think I mentioned this one already, but this is the way you can find out if a new layer is added, if you need to upload any layers or something. And then here you can look at all the data and then click on each and try to update or confirm that the data is okay for the publication and approval. I will show you, for example, an example. I'm not sure if you saw this one before. Here. See, there are some, for example, data here. I uploaded them and I made the data, but I was trying. The platform a bit messy, so I have to go, and as a admin or like a data lead in your country, I need to remove this data. These data are not really, they don't have any use. For example, this data is written. It needs pending approval. So as a data lead, I have to go and check it. If it is within my country, if it's in India, for example, or if it's in Malaysia, if it's in another country, the other data lead person will be check it and check all this data, and to check, for example, if I noticed, for example, I uploaded this one and then Malaysia later they uploaded again. So this is a repetitive layer. I have to go here and then remove this layer. But I have to make sure if there's any maps already created with this layer or not, because if it's created, then I have to first update that map with the other layers. So this is why, like, we don't want to have the platform so messy with also different data. And here is, I'm gonna also show all the maps that have been created from the workshop. So these are from the Malaysia, and this is the Colombia one. They can go and check it. They also have like nice names, so it's easy to look for it. Research activity Malaysia number 1, 2, 19. This is for Ethiopia. I think Maria updated this one. She wasn't sure that it's E18, but yeah, she just added like that. And this is for Akaki, research activity number 8, India, and some other maps. For example, this one needs approval, if it's okay to be approved and added to the platform. This one is not published. This is the one I added from the water quality data from the India I got. So yes, I just want to show like how you can play with the data. For example, if you need to contact anyone, when you go here into the users, you will see all type of different users here. For example, I want to contact the data lead for the UK. I will go here, and then I will see them. Contact information. It is possible to message the users within the platform, but because the emails activation is not still working, I don't recommend that one, because I don't think they will notify that there's a message for now, but you can also contact users within the platform as well. Yeah, so I think that was all. Anyone having question or discussion?
I need to say a comment that Hannah reminded us that we changed the time, and in Colombia it's very early at 1 o'clock. So when we organize meetings later on, we need to remember that there is a big difference now. I think it's 7 o'clock, Tatiana, am I right?
Yes, Maria.
So yeah, we need to have this in mind.
Yes.
Sorry.
Just another quick reminder that this WAHUDA platform is a tool that we encourage you to use in the coming basin meetings. That is going to be dedicated for the research per basin. So, and that was one of the reasons we wanted to you guys be familiar with the platform as soon as possible.
Yeah, I wanted to say that and just sort of encourage people on the sharing side. Obviously, it's good to see more data uploaded on there and everything else. Also, just say, obviously, Roya mentioned she's off for 5 months. That does mean we are going to be overworked, let's say, with Roya's absence. So we are looking to everybody, particularly the data leads, take a lead in their country on this and sort of take responsibility for these data uploads and management and so on. I think, you know, it's everybody's responsibility, not just mine, Roya's and Maria. And, you know, certainly in the next few weeks, we're very willing to help and sort of, you know, help put things right and so on. But we do need everybody to learn to get it right and so that we're not spending the next 3 years just correcting errors and helping uploads and things like that. So we need you guys to take responsibility for that. Thank you.
And just a follow-up on what John said. You might see an email from me regarding the files that you have uploaded on File Store with some, thank you very much for those who have uploaded data there. But yeah, I might email separately you guys for adding some tips and comments.
Can I just make another final comment? Just related to our stage gate review, and which we're submitting on Wednesday. So obviously, as you all know, a requirement of our funding is that we share our primary data and ensure we have platforms and systems in place to do that. So I'm in no doubt that when the reviewers read our report and review our hub activities, they're going to look and see what we have there. So please do upload the data. We are saying we're doing it, and obviously it's quite critical at this stage, and given the potential funding cuts, that we're actually fulfilling our basic contractual requirements. So please do that. Thank you.
And another final comment, just to obviously say, take advantage of Roya in the next few days while she's still here, because she's not going to be around. So yeah, if you want to do it sooner rather than later.
Yeah, and please update me also with your coordinate reference system so we can add it to the platform. So it's easier for you. You don't have to change it every time to WGS84.
Roya, there are some comments on the chat. You can save the chat later.
Sorry, Maria, you always.
It's okay, no problems. I just make sure that you will see the comments there.
Yeah, okay. I don't see any comment there in the chat.
Previously for the coordinate systems.
Oh yeah, those two, I added those one.
There are also some names about the system. So save the chat on your, you can save the chat later before the meeting is finished, so you can have a look.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, so if there is not any comment, discussion, question, I think we can finish it.
Yeah, thanks, Roya. Thanks, everybody.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Bye.
Thanks all.
Bye.
Thanks.
Bye.